Hey, what's up everyone? Bit me some back with another Bitcoin video. So currently right now I'm on the Bitcoin daily chart, and as you can see right here, April 4th is the next day. I believe we're going to be getting this next possible, either I believe it should be the top. But yeah, you definitely don't want to miss this video. We're definitely going to be calling the next top or bottom coming up definitely in this video. So let's just jump right into it right now. And I just want to give a few shout outs. So I posted a video earlier today and it did very good, and we also just hit 80 subscribers. So I appreciate all the Bit Crew members who just joined us, and all the new Bitcoin members that haven't hit that subscribe button yet. Hit that subscribe button and become a Bit Crew member, and we're gonna hopefully collect a lot of Bitcoins on our road to greatness. So hit that subscribe button and let's just enjoy the journey all the way to the top. So I appreciate everybody who subscribed. Thank you very much. And everybody who liked and comments every single day. I really do appreciate you guys watching and sticking with me. So let's just jump into a few comments. So Yan commented, thanks for the pretty much for the video I posted earlier, and you're very welcome, Yan. I appreciate you always watching. Thank you for watching. And Taxi0509, always quality H-bar technical analysis. Appreciate the daily update. You're very welcome, Taxi. That was on a H-bar video. I appreciate that. And Daniel Farrell. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but yeah, Daniel, he commented, appreciate you. I really appreciate you also, Daniel. Thank you for watching, and I'm glad you enjoy these videos. And like I said, I'm going to be here every single day creating these videos for you guys, so definitely don't miss out. Alrighty, so let's just jump into the starting today is our new goal is 90 subscribers, because we just hit 80 subscribers. So that was an awesome goal to reach, and we definitely reached it like a lot faster than I expected. But what really helped out was this major call that we just called the top recently on this last top. So I appreciate everybody who's been sticking with me, and all my subscribers can probably confirm that I've definitely been calling these tops and major moves. So I appreciate everybody sticking with me, and we're gonna definitely see some more. So, and also, if you guys can see in this video I posted a day ago, in the thumbnail it says April 5th. So I'm already been working on this date. So for the ones who've been watching with me, you guys are already ahead of the curve. And then some people who are just getting to know, the new ones who are getting familiar with our channel, we definitely call the tops a lot. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. All right, so let's just jump right into it. This chart right here, this is on the daily. This was just more of a, like, these were the tops that we were looking at. So if we were to break out, it would need a breakout above that, or if we were going to go lower, we need a break above that or lower than that. So we're definitely inside of these two lines perfectly right here, but we are directly in the middle. That's what is so weird about this. At one point we were at the top, so while we came from the bottom, we worked our way to the top. Now we're in the middle dancing around. We did touch the bottom, but we stuck back in the middle. So like I said, it's 50-50 right now. If we're up top, because like I said, this is a touchdown up here. If you guys are familiar with football, this is where they need to go to score. So if they come up and they break that area, this is good for them. But if they come over here, this is also good for them, but this is good for the other team. This is good for the Bears, because the Bears want the price coming down. So if it comes down here, then that lets us know the Bears are winning. If we come up here, the Bulls are winning, and then that lets us know we got a chance to go higher. So that's where I'm saying these are two areas. But if you notice, like I was saying, we're at the top, and now we're in the middle. So it's definitely 50-50 right now. We're definitely battling each other, trying to push each other. So would definitely look at that. So yeah, let me check this other chart. Alrighty, so this is that same chart that we were just looking at right here, but this is on a 2-hour time frame. I'm gonna just, I guess I'm gonna let you guys know right now that so earlier today we had a major pump. It was right before I was gonna make the video, but I also, while I was looking at this pump, if you notice these two candles, this is on the 2-hour time frame. The 2-hour time frame, I had two candles right here, and this was the pump that happened that let me know, oh, we were going up. And if you see how tall this candle is, it went all the way up to this top. So when I seen that pump happen, I seen it on, I believe it was this 4-hour chart. So this green candle that broke above, I was watching it right here, that let me know we were pumping up. But I figured if we come out of this triangle, we don't have that much strength because of all the times we got rejected. So if we were to dance in there, it was gonna probably come down. So what I did was put a short at that top, and then I broke it down to the 2-hour chart, which is this chart, and that's what gave me these two candles. So when I noticed we were at the top up here, I put the short in and I started riding it all the way down, and then it closed all the way down here. I actually got out already, so it was just a quick another 12% pump that I was able to gain off of that. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so like I was saying is that I was able to get in and get out real quick, just for the reason that I got in at, it was more of a happen in the moment. When I seen this pump just jump out of nowhere, I said there's no way, because of everything I've been saying in the last few videos of how I feel like we don't have that much strength. We weren't that strong. So like, one thing you guys kind of gotta look at the charts is there's like a rhythm to it. So if you're in rhythm with the market, you can almost, you just know when the pumps are not as strong as other times and stuff like that. So there'll be times you'll be really wanting to put your money, oh man, I need to go in right now. It just feels different, you know? So like I said, this pump just didn't feel too good. So the fact that, and also it started to pump up a little bit, but like I said, I took a 12, like it was like a 12% gain. So for the last 3 trades that I've made, the first one was, I believe, 13%. Then the second one was 12%, and this last one was another 10 to 12%. So 12 plus 10 plus 12. So we'll just say, like, in the last 3 trades, I've got 34% on 3 different trades. And if you think about it, it was, honestly, it was a spur of the moment. So when I got in, I got out real quick. So it was within the, like, no more than 5 minutes, honestly, like 5 to 10 minutes. It wasn't that long. So yeah, so like I was saying, is just that, just chip away at it. You know, you don't want to, and I should have probably kept in it a little bit longer, but I barely made this line right now that if, like I said, if we were to break that line, this is the line we were getting stuck at when we closed this candle. So, I mean, I didn't have the line there yet, but just in my head, I seen that we were getting stuck right there. So I was like, dang, but if this were a legitimate pump, this is where we would get the bounce at. So that's why I knew either get in, or I mean, take your 12% or risk it. So I was like, it'll be my 3 for 3 trades that I've made. I haven't really announced it yet, but like I was saying, at 100 subscribers, I will start making a Twitter and an Instagram, just updating my trades, like when I make them, you know, when I see something forming, you know, things like that. So if I ever catch something that I can't make a video for or something, I'll post it real quick. So things like that. But that'll be at 100 subscribers. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. But yeah, so that was a good little in and out trade right there. So but that's what I was saying, is I don't feel like it could keep pushing up because I didn't think it was that strong, but we're gonna see. So let's look into another chart. So I'll give a few price targets at the end of the video. I'll try to give a few price targets just so we could see, you know, possibly what could be forming. And this was another chart that I had. It was just in the moment when everything was going on, when it started pumping and stuff, I just wanted to make sure, because this was something else too, because see this line right here, this line is following straight from the candle wicks, not the candle wicks, I mean the candle bodies. So if I were to follow the candle bodies, we broke underneath it. So that kind of is letting me know inside of this triangle, if this were like a triangle, that will let me know we're breaking underneath it. But I also have this, the line that's creating this this line right here. This one is just following the fib lines that so the fact that I put this line on across these lines where the fib lines are at, it created this own triangle, and this white line up here is the other triangle that's forming. So the fact that we're closing underneath this triangle right there, it's definitely letting us know that we're a little bit weak. So that's where I'm saying is that this pump came from the bottom of this. So the fact that we're all, like, if you were to draw a line in between this triangle, we're at the bottom half of it, and that lets us know we're not that strong yet. So the fact that we had this pump, it kind of let me know it was more of a fake out, because I also noticed we weren't pumping up to this line. If we were to came up to this line, then I knew that's the next support line that we needed to break. And if we break that, then that's where I know, like, yeah, we're going to the next level. But like I said, we didn't even make it that far. So that's where I had my stop loss also. So I was like, if we go that high, then I'm getting out of it. But then I also, one thing is too is, let me see the price. I'll check on my order right now. Is that one thing that I also did? So I put that short in for the price to come down. That was more of a quick move, but I also did a buy limit at 45,800. So that was around right here. So I bought in to hold around this area down around support. So when we broke this triangle, there was a triangle right here. Once we broke this triangle, I bought in right there thinking, all right, we're going to catch a bounce. And if anything, this is where we were going to go. I bought in, but I didn't sell it. So technically, I'm kind of still in profit because I bought in way down here. So the price is currently right there. So I could have sold up there, but the only reason why I didn't sell right there was because I put that short in. And the short, what it did was I figured if it were still going to pump up, my long-term hold was just going to keep rising. So I figured that was going to be in profit. But that's why I put the short in also. So when I wrote it back down, I'm still holding, but I also made more money coming down. So it was like a double win on that one. So even if I were to sell my entry that I bought in right here, I'll be in profit. But like I said, I got in at such a good price. If it does go up again, then I'm holding anyways and I'm in the profit. But if it goes back down, that was the short that I already won with. So like I said, if it keeps coming down, then I'll be just ready to do another short and then do the same thing to buy in a lot lower. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep waiting. There was a chart, I had something that was, the thing is we could be coming up. Let me see. There was another chart. Let me look into another chart for us. See what I can see. So this was another chart that was telling me, and we're dropping right now 44,800, but it looks like we're, let me get back to the 2 hour. Yeah, this is the 2 hour. So yeah, we are definitely dropping. Earlier when we were looking at this chart, we were way up here, kind of, I think. I forget, but like I said, we're definitely, current price is 44,875, and it's still dropping. 45,850. Now it went back up to 45,860. All right, so we're definitely jumping around right there. So this is where I was saying too, is that this white line right here is at the bottom of this line right there, at this bottom of that candle. So let me just see. Let me do this candle, and oh no, that's already past it. Yeah. All right. So let me see. There's another chart that I have that. All right. So yeah. So for us to push down, I think if we're gonna get a bounce, this is gonna probably be my next long right here. So if we were to get a bounce, I'm gonna put a long in possibly around 45,500. So if we 45,000, it could be 45,000. Let me see. Let me zoom in a little closer then. Let me try to get a better price. So current price is 45,895. That's current price. So I need to try to upload this video hopefully before it. So my guess is that it's going to come down here to this bottom, and that's 45,500. So if I put a short right there, I'm going to put my stop loss a little bit underneath it, just in case if it does do a wick. If you notice these wicks right there before we pumped up, those were the stop losses. So if anything, I probably might actually bring in my buy limit. Oh, I moved this by accident. If anything, I might move this buy limit lower, because I already know they're going to stop hunt. So if they're going to stop hunt, that's just where I'm saying this is probably important, that if we put this order in, it needs to be underneath this white line, because they're already going to stop hunt. So if that's the case, they're going to stop hunt to come down, hit this white line to come back up to this area. And this is where I was thinking. So let me put this short in right now before I forget, because I'm in the mode right now. This will be my second trade. So I'm going to go long on Bitcoin at the current price, at the price of 45,000. Let me try to get a little bit closer. I will do 45,375. 45,375. Because that would be, I think, where we would get a bounce, because I have this idea of where we're going to be probably going. So definitely look into that. Sorry, I just want to do this real quick before I forget. All right, we're going to be right there. 45, and then we're going to do buy long. That's going to be a long, because I think if anything, that's where we'll get a bounce at. And these two lines that are hitting right there, that's already where it's hitting at. So it's kind of already telling me. Let me make this line a little bit thinner just so I can make sure I'm on the point. Yeah, looks good. So like I said, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. So this is where I was saying is that, let's see, where's this? So if anything, if we do bounce down, we could hit. So I also put my stop loss underneath this. So where my buy-in is at would be where the stop loss is at normally, just in case these people try to stop hunt. So if they stop hunt, they're gonna just buy me in down here, and then I'm gonna ride it up to the top. Just another quick little gain real quick. So, but this is where I was thinking is that there was a chart, let me find it, where I was, let me see, is it that one? Is it that one? Let me see, could it be this one? Or was it, okay, so it was this one, I think. Okay, so yeah, this is the one with the fib circle. Oh, did I not have a daily one? I had a daily chart with fib circles. Oh, I must have lost it. So I have two 4-hour charts. Okay, so that's where it went wrong at. So let me see about this one. Let me put this one back on the daily. Let me see what this one's about. Was that right? No, that's not right. Let me see. Okay, it was probably this one. Yeah, it was this one. All right. So we have these fib circles happening, and if you notice, okay, this fib circle was green, and we did pump up. So let's see what happens when we come across. We hit this fib circle and we pumped up. So when we hit this fib circle, we pumped up. So what will happen if we hit this fib circle? Does that mean we're going to pump up? Let me see. Hit this one. Red. Alright, so this one. Or does it mean we're going to come down? Well, but the thing is this one. Or actually, let me fix the fib circle. It might not be correct because it. Let me put it up just a little bit. All right, so look. So this one hit green and we dropped. So the next trend I believe then is gonna be, so look, this one, started way down here. So I mean, I don't want to say it could come way down there, but then that's 25,000. That's way too low. I don't think it could come down there. So if anything, I'm just trying to figure out what happened with these fib circles then. So if we, so yeah, we're gonna be closing here. So this one that was red came down red. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. So I'm just thinking this one is red over here. So, but we did pump up. So I'm just thinking if anything, we're going to hit red down here. So if anything, okay, so this is what I'm getting. I think I just figured it out. So with this Bitcoin chart is what's going to happen is I think we're going to hit this white line right here. If anything, we're going to pump up. Let me make sure. Alright, so it would be this guy. If we do go in here, we 45,300. 45,375. Alright, so that'll be that. So my bet though is that what I'm thinking is we're probably gonna ride up this. So if we do get a bounce back here, it'll be back to go up here. So this is also what I was thinking though, look, is on this chart, is that we're gonna come up here and then possibly come back down. Because like I was saying is about this fib circle way over here. Oops. If you notice, dang. That's why I'm trying to make sure is that, okay, so if this were to hit there, then that means this is going to start coming down. So that's where I was thinking, because look, this one's red over here. And when it hits, it did pump up though. That's where I think is that it does the, it's, so this is the pattern that I think is going to follow. But I need to flip it. How would I flip it? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. So what I'm thinking, look, this is going to be the same pattern. So this is how it's going to go. It's going to go up and then it's going to come down like that. Dang, could it come down to 39,000? That would be crazy. But yeah, so I would watch out for that. So this is going to be the next thing too, is to watch out for that. Let me go back to this 4 hour. Sorry for making it a little long. I haven't really looked at it yet. So kind of figuring it all out right now. So the thing is too, is that, okay, on this 4 hour, if you notice this like triangle that's forming, it's actually forming perfectly right there. If you notice there. So the thing is if this were a triangle, if we go to the chart, well, let's see where it would say. If there was a triangle, if it's a pennant, if it breaks up, it goes up. If it breaks down, it breaks down. But it's also depending on the flag. If you notice like where the pump would come from. So it also could be one of these symmetrical triangles. So let's see what the best one would be. It does have a little upslope a little bit. So if we close underneath, all right, let me give a few price targets right now. This is where we're going to give a few price targets. All right, so current price right now is 46,000, pretty much 95. So if we close underneath right now, 46,275, if we close underneath that, then we're probably going to work our way up to this top point and then come down. And then that's where I'm thinking too, we could also touch, we'll see right now. All right, so current price now is, like I said, 46,100. If we break going downwards, 45,950, then we're going to see 45,800. And then after that would be the 45,500. And then after that, the next support would be 45,361. That would be probably the lowest for now. And if we break 45,300, then we're coming down to 45,100. So that's the prices coming down. Those are, like I said, little key support. So if you open your phone and you see the stock at those prices, that's the area we're probably going to get stuck at, which means we're probably going to consolidate left and right. So like I said, I wouldn't, let me see, and I put this label, let me put a label right here. Price label could be like right here, 47,300. I have it for 45,000. Yeah, that's where I have my that's where my short is at. Pretty much 45,375. So I want to try to get it. If it comes down there, I want to get it in and then get out. I'm gonna get out before maybe even I hit that. I don't even want to test that. So that's just gonna be a quick little, hopefully a little gain if it does. And like I said, it only goes through if it comes down. But if it comes down, it confirms what I'm thinking. And I have my stop right here. So if it hits that, then I get out of the trade. I only lose a small percent, no more than 5%. And if I only lose 5%, then that's fine, compared to losing 100% and not having a stop loss. So you just have to manage wisely. All right, so let's look at this other chart. All right, so this was the chart that I was forming. It was creating let's see, where the top line is coming down and the bottom line is straight. Where the top line is coming down and the bottom is straight, that is a descending triangle. And if you notice, it usually comes from the top, works its way down, and then it breaks coming down, gives it a retest, and comes down. So if that is a triangle, but we're actually coming from the bottom, so that could also be, because this is where we're getting rejected at on this daily chart. This is a daily chart, so we're getting rejected, we're getting rejected, we're getting rejected, we're getting rejected, we get rejected. We broke it right now, but we're back underneath it, and we're probably going to get rejected again. So my bet, or let me not say, this is not financial advice, this is just my personal opinion. If where I'm thinking what's going to happen is that we're going to continue to close underneath this box right here. We're just going to work our way down still. And then when we hit this next candle, which is, I believe, let's say, like I said, we're going to be coming down. I think this was the top. This was for sure the top right here. And we're just going to work our way down. Let me see how low we could possibly go. $42,000. So that would be the area. If we break this white line on the bottom, if we break that line, oh sorry, I didn't mean to put that one. If we break this bottom line, and this is where the line is at, that one and that one. So let me move this white line a little bit down. So that's 44,550. So the thing is if we need to break that 44,550, and if we do that, then that's when we're going to be coming down for further. So look, the current date today is March 3rd. So this is the candle that's still, I believe it says March 3rd already. This one, the red one that we're at. Then this next one says, March 3rd, April 3rd. This next one actually says April 3rd at 9 p.m. my time. So that means this is opening tonight. So tonight, and then tomorrow night, this candle opens up. So the thing is where I think we could be seeing this drop is going to be at least for these next two candles. So up until today and tomorrow. And I think if anything too, I could put a short going the other way. Or if anything, what I'll do is I'll do a buy limit in my Bitcoin at this bottom price right here, just in case we catch a bounce. But I'm going to put a short at this top area to come down. This is why I'm saying is if we do make it back up tomorrow in the next day or so, it's going to be only up to this point. And if we do go a little bit higher, it'll only be up there just to stop hunt some people to close them out before we drop it back down. So I know for sure in the next day or two, we're definitely coming down. So if you guys are betting long, this is not financial advice, it's personal opinion. What I'm not going to do is go long right now. If I go long, it's going to be after April 5th, because then I'll figure out this next trend or so. So the thing is April 4th and the April tomorrow, pretty much April 4th is going to probably be these next days that we drop. And then April 5th, April 4th, the night is when we open up a new trend. And this new trend is going to let us know possibly where our next move is at. And then that trend is going to last until May 17th. So that could be a long little trend that, depending on this next major move, how long we could either be bearish or be bullish. So you definitely want to keep up with these charts and don't miss out. So yeah, like I said, these next day or so, these candles are gonna just probably start working their way down. Let's check another chart. So this was just on the daily. This was just my, like, a bearish flag that was forming. And if you notice, we are finally breaking underneath it. And this is why also I got into that short from earlier, was because when we did pump up, we got stuck right there at that corner. That was the white line, 47,700 was pretty much the top. That if we broke that, we were going to be back inside of that flag. But since we didn't, now we're coming back down. But if you see, we're just pretty much straight level. And what that kind of forms is just like a rectangle. Like, let's see, rectangle. I could just do it like this. Or I could even just do the bodies. The lowest body and then the highest body of that. And then this is kind of going to let me know which direction we're heading. So once we break out of this box, so let me see, this box is currently 47,445. So if we go upwards past that point, then we're seeing higher pricing. But if we come down past 45,477, then we're definitely going to see lower pricing. And then if we hit 44,600, then that's when we break to the next levels, coming down to around 42,000. So, or even actually 43,000 first and then 42. So that's where I'm thinking too, in the next day or two, is we're going to make this next major decision. So definitely don't want to miss that. So I guess this is the same chart, but on a 4-hour. And this was actually also, if you guys remember, we created, I believe it was let's see, when the top is straight and the bottom. So that was an ascending triangle that was forming. So ascending is this top left area. If you notice, this goes up like that and then it breaks up. So like I said, when we zoom out, this is on the 4-hour. This is when we zoomed out. And we created this, like I said, this was the ascending triangle. So we were building up. So we would get rejected. But every time the bottom was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's when we did break out of it, and we came down to give this a retest. So this is why I'm saying we're giving, okay, so we gave it a retest, and now we're giving the retest. Because look, we came from the top and we called the top perfectly too. So this white line was the date of the day we were calling it. So if you notice, we knew that a few days before, well, now I know for sure the next few days before the next major move is always usually the top. So that's where I'm saying also the 5th is coming. So this is why I thought, this is also why I closed my long in case too, is that well, the one I had open earlier was for that reason, because if we do make this next move, we'll find out. So yeah, so like I was saying, is that was so we're breaking out of it here. We gave it a retest. We survived the retest. Now to come back into this flag, we gave this flag a retest and we didn't get inside. So now we're consolidating, thinking of the next major decision we're gonna make. And that's where I'm saying is this is the it's important, the accumulation, or this is where they're accumulating. Either the retailers or the whales are accumulating. The reason why they accumulate is because they need more money in this area to dictate which way the market's going to go. So if they want it to go up, they need more people to buy right here to hold this level. But if they want it to go down, they need as many people they can buy right here before they shoot the price back down. So this is why I'm saying too is that it's either we're going to come back down here to get another bounce like we just did previously, or we're going to hit this line and break. So this is what people are going to do. They're going to put longs right here, and then they're going to put their stop loss right there in case it hits here to bounce back up. So that's the one thing too. So this is the one thing, is that if we do get a pump to come back up in the next day or so, it's only going to be to this line, I think, to come back down. But in the next few days, we're also going to figure out the next trend. So that's when it's gonna really come in handy to know. And this is just a chart that's on the weekly. So on the weekly, if you notice, we got perfect support all up in this box area, and we are pumping up. So now if you notice, I did have these lines were just perfectly lining up. So if you notice, this triangle we're forming in is almost like a rising wedge, and this is on the weekly. I'm just kind of noticing it right now. So if you notice a rising wedge is here at the top right. It usually two lines going upwards, and they make a point, and the rising wedge usually breaks to the downside. So that's something more of a longer term trend, because this is on the weekly. So if that's where's the case, then that means this next weekly is gonna possibly come back down. So actually, I did say earlier I was gonna put a long in this area. I'm gonna definitely watch out, but this is why I also put a stop loss right there in case it does keep going down. I get out of my trade before it ever gets out of hand. So that's why I'm saying is if you do use leverage, make sure you have a stop loss, because you definitely don't want, to lose all your profits just because you weren't looking at the charts and you weren't able to sell. So make sure you have a stop loss. But yeah, so all right, so yeah, that's kind of my Bitcoin video for now. If you guys like that video, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you guys wouldn't mind sending this video to somebody and let them know that you found a channel that finds the tops and bottoms every single time, so I would appreciate that. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace.